I will lead us in prayer, guys. Feel free to join us as we bow our heads and lead us into this.
Do you pray with your hands up? Do you put them out? Do you put them together? Is there a particular method
I
that you
usually
use?
put my hands out, like as a give. We'll go ahead and pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day that you have given us, that we are able to wake up and rejoice that we are alive and well, and be able to enjoy the little things, which is playing video games with your friends from afar. I don't know why I'm thanking you, Lord, that we're about to play this game. Let this game be a metaphor of how we can get closer to you and be better of who you are. Be better versions of us with your light. Yes, your word is a light unto our feet and a light into my path. And Lord, that I am now still feeling the effects of what hell may be like, because my sauna of a bedroom is a good example, because my AC is still broken. And I pray that you come through and you redeem me and deliver me from the hell of my bedroom.
Oh, that's gonna be us, little barbecue nomies and Tabitha's. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I was the pool!
Okay, this is not gonna be good. You have somebody who's afraid of heights, even in the first flip off the keyboard. We've only jumped on the first time.
Oh my god!
I'm scared.
How are you feeling? Are you okay? Trust the process. That's us screaming.
Yelling at me.
Thanks for, making our friendship stronger, man. I feel like we've reached a new level here.
If I was watching this video, I would like it. I would like the video, and I would probably subscribe, because this is so thoroughly entertaining and also well executed. It's not a request.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome into the Brush Hour, your favorite morning jam. Hello. I had to, while Nomi was yelling at me and screaming, I had to run and go get my Apple Pencil because I left it somewhere else. And I'm like, oh no, I started the show and I don't have everything with me. What shall I do? And then I had to try to remember where I left it. But I found it. I want to get started rather quickly today, so I have plenty of time. I would like to start off with good morning. No, but I would like to start off with apologizing. Yesterday, I said that I made a promise, Mr. Frodo, that I would play games last night. I was going to play spooky games. I was going to play Stray. And I didn't, but that was because, let me explain it to you. Okay. I had an opportunity for like an art project. And, so that was like, this person was like, hey, could you, or would you, it was just a really awesome opportunity. And this person was like, if you're able to finish this, I could showcase this later on today. And I was like, oh, well, that would be a really great opportunity. So that is what took up my evening. And so that is why I did not fulfill my word, my oath, my honor as a scholar and a gentleman, to play games. But I just need to stop. I just need to stop saying that I'm going to be doing stuff. I'm not good at that. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the rebellious nature in me. That it's like almost as soon as I commit to something comes up and then I'm torn and I don't do it or whatever. It's kind of like when I said I was going to release something really special for the members this past weekend. But to be fair, I had a loved one die. So I feel like that's a really good reason and not an excuse for not fulfilling my promise. Nobody passed away yesterday that I know of, so I have no excuses except for this opportunity. Not that you guys aren't important, but this would have been like, this might get new dreamers to the stream. So, we're just trying to build the dream team here on the dream stream in the Brush Hour, all of our fancy little things, and more on that later to come. But anyway, good morning, DL, with everything but the kitchen sink once again He does not disappoint. Tabitha, that was a great game stream. Yeah, I see. DL calls me out. Wait, he keeps me honest. That's what he does. I Canalist, good morning, John the Just, Larry Knight, Tabitha Time, hit the like button and comment for the algorithm, Mountain Mutt, Retro Collective, probably the hardest working man in the chat. Maybe, I don't know, but you do not know. Spider Unlimited, Biggles Met. Yeah, I love that video. We need game. Nomi and I need to game again. Life is complicated at the moment for both of us, so we're working forward towards couples therapy. It's not that I lied. I didn't fulfill my oath, right? Like I wasn't trying to deceive you. I had full intentions of gaming. Like I was ready. I was going to go, and then this opportunity struck. So yeah, didn't technically lie. I just didn't fulfill my word. Stray ain't a spooky game. Steam is full of smoke for. I don't care. I don't care what you believe, Larry. As it is written, so let it be done. Steam lists it at a horror game. So that's what we will choose to believe. That's what I choose to believe. This is my truth, Larry. Okay? It's my truth. Build the dream team, replace the undesirables. 100%. Get them out of here. If you ain't dreaming on a daily basis, we don't want you here. Exactly. It was truth at the time. Mando says, okay, next time I don't do something, I'm going to say, I didn't lie. I failed to fulfill my oath. Right. It's a much nicer, more romantic way to say that. But it's true. There's a difference between, my intention, that's the difference between a lie and then just being a slacker, is that I didn't say what I said with the intention to deceive. That's the difference between a lie and not fulfilling your oath, right? Like I didn't look at the camera and say, I'm totally going to play Stray tonight, guys. Look for me. But in the back of my mind, think, suckers. I didn't do that. My full intent was to play the game. And then an opportunity popped up. And I was like, my chat is an amazing chat. They'll understand. I hope, maybe a little bit, kind of. Hey, Demajani, what's up, friend? I hope you're doing well. That is always such an awesome avatar. It really is. Let's just look at it for a second. Okay, I'm done. Wow. You know what? You're off the dream team. Okay. You can be part of the stream, but you're off the team. Okay. Stephen Brown, good morning. Wow. Indigo Shark. I thought we was friends. Man, I gave you little hearts on your art projects over on the Patreon when you displayed your cool stuff. Man, I gave you props and all this stuff. And you come in here with the misogyny. Anyway, fine. You guys don't want to hear what I have to say? All right, we made quite the progress on our Epic Meek little comic thing. Et voila. Here we go. Lots of colors. What is Captain Moss and the Michael Jordan of the Dream Team? He wishes. He wishes. Moss is... I don't know anything about basketball, so I can't really think of an accurate person to compare him to. But anyway, excuse me. So we've got color down, we've got flats down, what I call the flats. So there's no shading or anything on Epic Meek over here. But I've got the colors, and I did already, because I couldn't help myself, already added a little bit of the special effects, like the green glow that's here, same as over here. I did think to myself later on that I probably should have had him already in the onesie, because unless you know the story, it's kind of weird that suddenly he's in the Snorlax onesie. But it's a little bit, I'm on a time constraint, so there's not a lot that I can do, or it would take too much time. This has already taken almost 8 hours to do, and I'm not even finished yet. But I like it. You know, I did kind of keep Mike's background simple here. So I've got the padding over here that's usually behind him. We do have the gauze and the bandages on the non-existent foot. There's some cake over here. And then, oh, there's a scratch that I got to get rid of over here. But I wanted to make it look like he was in a dark, grungy closet. So I feel like I've accomplished the goal for that. And then I'm trying to make this look like one of those old computer screens. So that's what the green stripes are on. He's the Scottie Pippen of Dream Team. That name sounds familiar, but again, I'm not that like I know a lot of the classics, Larry Bird and all that kind of stuff, and Charles Barkley, but like I don't know what teams they played for. Really, I only know a lot of these people because of Space Jam, shout out. But I don't know. So, yeah, so these are just the flats, and then we've got him yelling like this. I need to really intensify this portion. I feel like it's a little bit flat. That could be because right now it's just the flat color. So I'll see how that goes. But I really liked the background that I made for when I did Jeremy, D-Day Cobra screaming at Mario Kart. And it had all the special effects in the background. That was just trial and error. I don't know if I could recreate that. But I need definitely a lot more intensity. I do like the fact that I found this brush that kind of looks like, I know that Mike has more like the squares and then he has like pictures in between of it. I was thinking of putting like the epic verse over here instead of on the back of the computer. Again, I don't want to put so much detail in this that it gets lost and takes away. So I'm really happy with how this looks. You can see I've really highlighted the super chat button or whatever this is called. So this banner, I should say. But overall, I'm happy with it. But at the same time, I'm not satisfied. Oh, we got paid today. You can be the Larry Bird of the Dream Team. Sure, why not? He's iconic, right? Pippen played with Jordan on the Bulls. Was on the Dream Team at 3 in 96. Oh, I was a wee lass at that time. All right. So here we go. Now I got to remember where I'm at here. I think I'm going to start with this character here since he is the highlight. So let me find where that's at. I'm going to create a new layer and I'm going to make it a quipping mask. Here we go. I need to turn off the green though. There we go. So that's without the special effects. So you see how it's definitely all flat, and then you kind of add those special effects and it really intensifies everything. But I need to turn them off so I get accurate color readings. So we're going to take our eyedropper tool and find this blue, and then we're going to go with darker. We'll make sure we're on the syrup. And we're going to really make sure that we have strong shadows so that he's in the dark. So that way, when I put the green on it, it really creates the idea that he's in this dark closet of a streaming room, So let's that's a little bit too big here. Let's see if we can get the party started. Because I have to fulfill my commissions, but I thought this would be this kind of like let me adjust this here. Like I said, kind of, it's nice every now and then to take a little bit of a break from some commission pieces and just kind of do something for fun. I remember a hairdresser that I had met. He was also an artist, like a traditional artist. Like he would draw, paint, and stuff like that. And I don't know. I just was always under the impression that when you started an art project, you don't start other art projects, but finish the one. But then the problem is you kind of sometimes get bored with them and then you don't create anything. And he was like, no, he's like, I have like two or three paintings going at the same time. So whenever I get bored with one, I'll just maneuver over to another one and then go back to that one when I'm done with it. And he's like, that way you have something always happening. And it's like, oh, that makes sense. Hey, it's the real Steven TV. Hello there. Looks really good. Thank you. Here it is so far. And let me turn on the little glowies in all of its gloriousness. Yeah, the shadows definitely help. I got to make them stronger. More, in the words of Kylo Ren. So let's see. Do that. How are you guys all doing? I hope you slept well. Hope you're doing okay. I will say that I just let you guys know, keep you in the know. I will be traveling again this week going into next week, and then hopefully life will get a little bit normalized. We're having the memorial for our loved one next week, and so I'll be out of town again. I hope you can forgive me. And if you don't, well, that's okay. Because it doesn't matter in this instance. So, I should have totally mirrored this so that way it's even on both sides. But maybe that's just the beauty of it. Let's just kind of, make it the best that we can. That's how I write. I do a draft, rotate through others, and then when I come back around, my mind is fresh and I can spot the mistakes. Exactly. Like give yourself a little bit of a break. 100% makes a difference, makes a very big difference. Oh, get rid of that. Let's see. Let me make this a little bit smaller here. Yeah, I just was always, like I said, under the impression, it's like, I don't know why, like when you're younger, you just have certain ideas. And until somebody older, more experienced kind of explains it to you, you're like, oh, I didn't realize I was allowed to do that. I mean, you could literally do whatever you want, especially when it's your own art piece. But for some reason, it was like, oh, am I really allowed to do that? Like, is that okay? And you just get that older person to be like, yeah, why wouldn't it be? Like, I don't know. Reasons. All right, let's do this. Let me make that larger. And then I've got, you notice that I've got like these little line things right here, and that's to try to indicate the fullness of Mike's fro, because I was really sad that I didn't get to showcase that as much. And part of me still kind of wonders if I need to put like some out here to really show, and that looks really good, to really show his fro, but I'm afraid it would take away from the Snorlax, but that actually looks really good. Obviously not in that color. Hey, Kino Reviews. I know you from over on Daniel's channel. How are you? How are her streams lately? I've decided to stop watching her streams because she didn't put Val Kilmer as an option for your favorite Batman in her community post. And that really bothered me. And I told her I was going to unsubscribe from her channel. Exactly. Happy little accident. So yeah, I think I need to add this here. This is a must. Hang on a second. This turned out really, really good. So I'm going to see if I can replicate this. At least the best of the abilities. There we go. And then, oh dear God, what is this thing right here? The hands are always slippery. Yeah, I know. We should all just riot. We should just all of her newly found 12,000 subscribers just need to disappear. I don't care how hard she's worked the last 2 years. That right there was the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't know why Val Kilmer doesn't get any love for being Batman. I loved him. Now, I'm not saying he was the best, but he kind of was. For me, I really liked him. I will say he was a little bit whiny with the therapist, but then at the same time, when you realize that all the men, all the Batmans, they're a little bit whiny because they all need therapy. I don't care who they are. Would you find it accurate to say that most artists become famous for doing something different and out of the norm? Yeah, I guess. Sort of. Because like you look at like people like Van Gogh and stuff like that, and let's see if this even looks right because I'm covering up some of his face here, of Snorlax's face. Let's just see if this works for us. Because Van Gogh didn't become famous till after he died. And from what I understand, I haven't done a full study on Van Gogh, but from what I understand, his art style was different. Yeah, I think I kind of like that. Let's go back over. Let's go to the line work. We're gonna duplicate, get rid of. Okay, yeah. So there, that's always like the running joke. It's like, oh, you might not be famous now, but wait until you die. Then your artwork is gonna go, up in interest. And it's kind of true. Like all of a sudden somebody will just kind of discover your artwork and be like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good. Like I love it." So that's kind of like the cruel irony of art. But I guess if you're talking about like discovery nowadays with social media and everything like that, there's a weird thing happening where yeah, I think that works. I kind of like that. I think it still reads as Snorlax, right? Yeah, Rembrandt, same thing. Release the Schumacher cut. I want to see the Schumacher cut just to see the dark side of quality of the duality the comic movie kind of deep dove into. When did I think of the Snorlax hat? That was super cute. Super cute. Would definitely get very hot. So I guess my bad, Real Steven TV, is that I should have been more specific. When I say fuzzy hats, I mean ball caps, like fuzzy ball caps. Those are the hats, like baseball hats that I really like because there's lots of fuzzy, like winter hats and stuff like that, which totally makes sense. That one was really, really cute, I will say. But if I try to wear that while I'm streaming or something like that, I might lose all my hair. It'll get so hot. I like to see it, Kino. You're part of the dream team. Forget all the rest of them. You've moved right to the top. Justice for Val. I will say that some of the Batmen, let's see, where are we at? Here we go. I think some of them made better Bruce Waynes than they made Batmans, and some of them made better Batmans than they did Bruce Wayne. So I have yet to see, I think, for me, being a Batman fan, the perfect Batman for myself. That also was the perfect Bruce Wayne, except for the animated series, of course. Excuse me. Piece of spit went through. Gross. Anyway, is a fantastic doctor. The is a fantastic Doctor Who episode about Van Gogh, how no one cared about his stuff until after he died. It's true. Kevin Conroy. I don't even know who that is. Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted. Nope, that's not what I wanted either. Thank you. I knew the name sounded familiar. I just was like, wait a minute, Batman. I don't know. I think all of us pretty much agree that George Clooney was a weird choice. That I don't think that was. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I remember being a kid and not really understanding movies and things like that, and always wondering why is there a different guy every time there's a new Batman movie. Don't at me, Indigo Shark. Keanu has replaced you. Okay, you're on fire this morning, and I don't know if I like it. He voiced the animated series. See, this is my problem is that like when I've been talking to a lot of people ever since I've really gotten into like the geek sphere. I don't really know the name of the voice actors and stuff like that. I don't necessarily know all the names of the composers. I like certain things. I know who Howard Shore is. I know who John Williams is. I know who Hans Zimmer is, but I don't, I'm starting to know more because of the people that I hang out with. But even like Kevin Conroy, it's like one of those things where, so I know his voice. I didn't know his name and I never cared to. It wasn't, no disrespect to voice actors. Like Claudia Black is my favorite and nobody knows who she is. Like, even though she's been in a lot of things, but, it's just there's just certain behind the scene things that I never cared about. And some things that I do, it's, like I'm super excited for the behind the scenes documentary about the Avatar series. I don't care that it's going to be a two-part documentary. People are complaining, oh my gosh, even the documentary's in 2 parts and 2 hours long. I don't care. I love behind the scenes stuff for making of the films. Go bite a lemon. Okay, there you go. And then she also did the voice of my favorite video game character, Morrigan. She's done lots of other voices, but those are like my top. Hang on, I'm getting a text message. Oh yeah, the real Steven TV. I believe that hat is on my Amazon wish list. I never got it. Like I never took the time to purchase it. Moment of silence here. Have a friend going through a difficult time, so I need to be there for them. The Creatorverse, good morning. From classic geek to a new one. I think most of us just enjoy entertainment. I still forget artist name for comics. Yeah, I don't know all that stuff, you know. I'm slowly learning, but my mind, you know, I just feel like Sherlock Holmes, where it's like, okay, well, this information, while it's nice that you know it and it's cute and fun, it's like I'm just reserving my brain power for other things that I find more important, you know. And what's important to me might not be important to you. Claudia Black voices Sam and Gear. See, there you go. People bring it. Jabba the whoop. Good morning. Hello. How are ya? I like lemons. That's no punishment. I like lemons too. I miss the DVD era when everything had 10 hours of making it. Yeah, see, I don't understand. Why are people complaining about like a 2-hour documentary broken up into 2 sections for Avatar when I don't like the rest of us sane people are saying, okay, the extended cut edition of Lord of the Rings had like 10 to 12 hours of behind the scene footage. And we're like, is that it? That's all we get. There's no more. So I don't understand the outrage. People are silly willies. Okay. Back to Mike. I do think that this section here needs to be a darker color, but let's go on. But let's continue. Please. Okay, here we go. And then I got to put the words in here because he's going to say, I'm a man in this particular panel. Over here, once again, for those that are new, the story goes, only a loser plays horror games on normal. And Mike's going to be like, I don't care what you say. I'm not scared. And so he turns it on to nightmare mode. And that's when he's like, I'm a man. So, you know, here we go. Now we're lucky to get a commentary. Thank you. 100%. And now we're nervous to even get commentary, to be honest. We don't know what they're going to say. Although I did see like that Keira Knightley interview. I saw it on My Nerdy Homes channel. And it's like, thank God people are starting to use their brains. You know, they were trying to attack her for J.K. Rowling because she's going to be voicing. I say they're trying to attack her. They were trying to bait her into picking a side, basically. And because she's voicing, I guess they're releasing a new audiobook and she's voicing Dolores Umbridge. And they're like, what do you think about the fact that, you know, J.K. Rowling has said quite a few homophobic, transphobic, whatever. And Keira Knightley's like, I don't have it word for word. You can look it up yourself. But basically, she's like, you know, I think we just need to focus on being kind to people and just let the people are going to believe what they're going to believe. And I think we just need to focus more on being kind to one another. Wow. You know, it wasn't a great speech, but nowadays it definitely deserved a standing ovation. Like, what? Why? You mean people can be people can be horrible and have horrible opinions and you can still appreciate their work and you can still move on with your life and you can still work with them, for them? Wow. It's the greatest book ever written after the Bible. I don't know if I agree with that. Hello, Craig. What is this? Crouching Taylor, Hidden Swift. I love that. That's so funny. I enjoyed Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Yeah, no kidding. Buy one DVD and get 3 days of uninterrupted entertainment. Yeah, I don't understand why people are complaining. Sounds like a perfect date night for me, or alone time. Either way, sounds like a good time. Um, all right. Let's turn on the special effects and see, because this is a little too rounded. I don't like. There's not really enough angles for me, so let's turn that on. Yeah, it needs more darkness because the light would be shining more here and not so much up here. So maybe I'll just leave this glow on, and we'll see. Yeah, I feel like there's more contrast is needed here. Oh, hey, whoa, hold down there. Slow down on text. What happened? There we go. Oh, I should turn that stupid feature on. Hang on. I do all this work and I'm going to undo it. That looks much better. So that being said, I'm going to turn it off. And then we're going to... Oh, I was on the wrong layer anyway, so that worked out. So let me see. I'm going to turn the drawing assist on. And then the symmetry thing. And it's down the middle. Perfect. Here we go. So if you don't know what symmetry is, if you look, you see coloring on both sides. It'll mirror everything. So we're going this way. I think that's kind of what I was doing. Probably won't get this. Oh, dear heavens. Come on. Why is it doing that? Oh, I think I know why. No, okay. I don't know why it's doing that. Still figuring out the Procreate. Sometimes it's a good day. Some days it works like magic. Other days I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. So, let's see. I think I had this darker too. Oh, there we go. Color that in. Looks good. And maybe more around the face here. So let's try the eyedropper again. And that one, it worked. See, I don't know. I must have been doing something wrong on the previous layer. Previously on James Bond Jr. James Bond Jr. Anybody? Just me? Okay. Okay, that's going to be the inner portion. So I need to darken this a lot more. Although, I wonder, let's see. Oh, I'm going to turn the symmetry off for this over here. All right, symmetry or drawing system is off. Let me get rid of this. We'll go back in and color over here because his hair is different on both sides. Okay. And then maybe we'll use the Schmerge tool here. Get the water bleed. Turn the drawing assist back on. Okay, well, that didn't work. Oh, no, come on now. Work with me. Yeah, I think that'll work. I was not expecting that reference. Nobody ever does. James Bond Jr. lunchbox when I was a kid. Yeah, James Bond Jr. Which was so funny because he wasn't the junior. He wasn't James Bond's kid, right? He was his nephew, I thought. Wasn't James Bond Jr. James Bond's nephew? It's literally been over 20 years since I saw that commercial or cartoon, so. And he was kind of cute, you know? From the girl's perspective, anyway. Okay. All right, you know what? Let's try this over here, too. If I had more time for this project, I would make the Snorlax fuzzy. It's been over 30 years since I've seen it, but I still remember. Yeah. Oh, Larry says James Bond Jr. was a punk. I don't remember. Let's see. Does that look okay? It's a little much. I don't remember. Oh, here we go. We could blur it just a little bit. We're trying to get more profesh, in our artistic thing. So adding a slight blur makes the difference. All right, let's go back in and hang on. Do I have this is off. Let's turn it back on. I'm going to go back in and just kind of color around the ears here. Oh, well, I got to turn that back off. James Bond Jr. It's like the Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expects it. You loved it. And a fool. He was like, and a fool. There was no reason on earth why 90s kids show intros went so hard with the metal and hard rock music. For real. You know what? I mean, it's not quite as popular as the rest of them. I would say Pound Puppies was just as popular as James Bond Jr., just obviously a different demographic because it was for girls, but it was just like, we're Pound Puppies. Like, these are songs I still remember. I still remember these things. I don't remember the intro for Cat Dog. Except don't they just kind of repeat cat dog a lot? And like that's it. Like that's the extent of the creativity for that particular I think that's it. Or even two stupid dogs. And that was it. Just two stupid dogs. Nothing special. But here we are, 30 plus years later, and I'm humming James Bond Jr. Like, the 80s cartoons were, Scooby Dooby Doo, doo doo doo. Got dun 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 dun. Come on, you can do. Yes, I can see the way he give you. We got a mystery, so Scooby Doo, be ready for your act. Don't hold back. Do 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 do. Gonna have yourself a Scooby snack. That's a fact. The cat dog intro felt a bit like Primus. I have no idea what that is. It's a band. Oh, sorry. So I don't even know. Like, I'm not really even familiar with like 80s bands and stuff like that. All right, we like the direction we're going in here. I do need to darken the Snorlax skin. So let's go a little darker here. Oh, I forgot to freaking turn on the, oh well, the symmetry tool. Just makes my life a little bit easier. We'll go out of the bounds for a second. This needs to be a little darker because of Mike's hair. Oops. Scooby-Doo is my favorite cartoon growing up. That was my cartoon. That one, A Pup Named Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo was just that was it for me. I liked Josie and the Pussycats and stuff like that, but Scooby-Doo was the one that I wanted to watch after school. It was the one I wanted to watch on Saturday mornings, like Scooby-Doo, gummy bears bouncing here. I loved the gummy bears too. That was awesome. I loved all of those old ones too, like even the Flintstones. Dun, dun, dun. Jetsons. All right, Jetsons or Flintstones. If you had to pick one, which one's better? I think I prefer the Jetsons as much as I love the Flintstones. Okay. Bugs Bunny loot. Loved that too. Loved it too. But which one reigns supreme? Jetsons or Flintstones? Oh, interesting. Larry's with me. Biggles and Mountain Mutt are on the losing side. Flintstones. That was so they're the modern Stone Age family from the town of Bedrock. They're a place right out of history. Do 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 do. Do. When you're with the Flintstones, you have a due time. We have a due time. I need to merge this with this here and then clean up because otherwise it's going to mess things up. So that being said, I have to kind of get rid of some things, of some work that I just did. That's okay. Let's hang on. Let me get rid of some of this. I should have done this beforehand. It's okay. We're learning. Okay. And then I have to go up to here and get rid of some of these lines, right? Is that? Wait, what is this? Oh, I'm on the symmetry thing. What is this line here? Is that not? Okay, that's not it. Excuse me. Is that it? No. Okay, hang on. Maybe. Kind of have to work around. There it is. Oh, whoops. Okay. Made a little bit of a mistake, but we will fix it. I will take the ring to Gondor. I don't have time for mistakes, but here we are. And then we can go in and clean up. There we go. And then I go in and clean up the Snorlax. Snorlax. Yeah, that goes over top, but it should be underneath, but it's not. We're making it work. It's fine. We just kind of messed up the process, but it'll still work, but it's not as efficient as I would normally want this to be if I were, like I said, it'll work, but I just made it a little bit more difficult for myself. But that's pretty normal. It's pretty much a day in the life of Tabitha. Thank you for hanging out with me today on the Dream Stream. Please make sure to hit the like button. Helps out the channel. And it lets me know you care. Flintstones, I'm sorry, only because my mother was born on the day they introduced Pebbles as part of the cast. Flintstones was the better show, but I liked Jetsons more. Oh, so what makes the Flintstones the better show? I always just thought, like, I liked the Flintstones. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I love the Flintstones. Watch them all the time. But I don't know. There's something fun about the Jetsons. Maybe because it was futuristic. I don't know. I hate that they have censored or outright refused to air some of the classic Looney Tunes. Oh, yes, because of all the wolf whistling and the whatnots. Okay. I think that worked out. And then I will, now we got to do the body. The body. The eyedropper tool. Hang on, let's get the dark color here. I believe that's the same one. Just double checking. Consistency is key. Okay. Now, obviously, it's not going to show up quite as dark because of the fact that I have the glow, but it will definitely help. Let's see, we're going to do something like this. Oh, I don't have the symmetry tool on again. Okay, let's work smarter, not harder. Drawing assistant. Here we go. Save time. Stuff like this definitely helps to save time. That's like when I was learning to sew or crochet or whatever like that, they would say a stitch in time saves 9 or something like this. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. I need to ask Anne. Maybe she knows from politically incorrect knitters. She might know. I might have to message her today and be like, Anne, what in the freak does this even mean? I don't know. Somebody told it to me. Someone said it to me years ago when I was learning, and I'm like, what does it mean? I don't know. What do you mean? Please. Let's see. Let's make the shadows bolder. Kind of looks weird. What if I do this? Does that look okay? I don't like that. It's okay. Let's see. Let's see. We do a little bit down here because it's right in front of the screen, so there wouldn't be a lot there. If you fix small tear, if you fix the small tear early, you save the bigger one later. That is a great conclusion. Fantastic. Snaps. Oh, iCanalist says, I think if you put a stitch in before the tear. Oh, sorry. Snaps iCanalist. Sorry, it's fantastic. He beat you to it. If you put a stitch in before the tear gets bad, you'll save yourself the trouble of putting in 10 stitches, therefore 9 less. Basically, don't procrastinate. I think it's more like basically just do it right the first time. Okay, that makes more sense. Nobody ever really explained that. A stitch in time saves 9, and it's like, is this a riddle that I have to solve? And then there's a prize at the end? Like, what exactly? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Then I need to get Snorlax's skin up here. Well, it's terrible. That sounds terrible. The dark skin up here doesn't do much, but it's there. I personally like the Herculoids and Johnny Quest. Okay, Johnny Quest is top tier. Top tier. Always will be. And you know what? I'm going to say it. I loved the Real Adventures of Johnny Quest. Maybe even slightly more than the original, but not a lot. Just a little bit more. I loved that era. I was so fascinated by this idea of like 3D animation and all this kind of cool stuff. Like when they went into Quest World, log on. And I was just so cool. Come on. It was so flipping cool. Loved the Real Adventures of Johnny Quest. But I love the original just as much. If the world was okay and our entertainment was okay, I, for years, have been advocating that if Netflix did a proper Johnny Quest TV series, like a new one, either live action would be super cool, or like you could make that go on for ages, on and on and on and on. Oh, it would be sublime. Like I would watch that if it was, of course, like we all say, if it was made well, which what are the chances of that happening anymore? But come on, tell me that wouldn't be so cool to have the adventures, like maybe the further adventures, whatever you want to call it, the adventures of Johnny Quest. Ugh. It'd be so great. Why do good things never happen to good people? All right. All right, here we go. Got that going. You can't really see it. I wonder how much darker it would need to go before. Okay, it would have to be like or something. Okay, so what about this? Would that work? That could work. I think it's too dark. Yeah. I think that's the same color. Now it's yellow. I don't know if that's what I want. I mean, it's okay. It makes sense, right? So it's okay. It's okay. If you're lost, we're all lost, and it's all right. It's okay. Yeah. Looks okay. Johnny Quest was great, but I was more into Chipmunks and Beetlejuice. Interesting. I did not like Beetlejuice. I like the Chipmunks, but I would rather take Johnny Quest over Chipmunks. Love Johnny Quest. Hanna-Barbera went crazy with their superhero universe. Birdman. I loved Space Ghost and Birdman. Birdman and Bird Boy. I love Space Ghost. Okay. I liked the Space Ghost show where it was like a talk show. Like there was, well, I really never watched Space Ghost Coast to Coast, but I watched the other, I forget what it's called, Space Ghost, where it was like he was hanging out with Brack and Zorak, and they had, now it's time for Zorak's helpful hints. And, if you really want to get a girl to notice you, you wear your underwear, your underpants on the outside of your, your shorts. Roses are red, roses are blue. It's time for Poet Corner. Yahoo! That's where the world famous I'm driving down Highway 40 in my big old pickup truck and I like bananas because they ain't got no bones comes from. Yeah. Space Ghost was amazing. I should do a Space Ghost chibi. Silverhawks? I don't know. Silverhawks. That sounds really familiar. Yeah. So good. So good. So good. Man, we had like the greatest cartoons. I swear to cow. All right. We're going to go dark, Epic Meek. Got to get this done. Indigo Shark told me I'm yapping too much, so I got to work harder or work faster. He's not the boss of me, but he was kind of right. He was kind of right. All right, here we go. I can't help it. Sometimes I talk to the chat. Yeah, that looks good. I haven't blurred this portion out. I wonder if I should have done that first. Let's have a look. Okay, well, we can do that afterwards. Looks good. Hulk smash! I used to watch shows like Reboot, Beast. Wow, Beast Wars. Rat Trap was my favorite. Da-da. Beast Wars. That was the only Transformers I ever got into, and obviously it was because of my brother. Whatever Big Bro watches, that's naturally what I had to watch. And so Rat Trap was my favorite. Cheetor, Rhinox, all that stuff. Shoot, where'd it go? All that goodness. Loved my Rat Trap. He was my favorite. And then there was Biker Mice from Mars. Hey, have fun at your work. And then what was that cartoon where it was like cowboys? Like it was cows, like big bulky cows that were cowboys, which was so funny. Had the lassos and everything like that. I think I had the black and white one with the red. Either I had that one or my brother did, and it had the hat and the red vest. And then Biker Mice from Mars, Vinny was my favorite. I think I have a type. The troublemaker with a loose mouth. Dinobots, I don't really remember that one. Good times. Cowboys of Mumisa, was that what it was really called? Mumisa? That's fine. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, there's some really interesting shows out there that we had as kids. Oh, I should have put the symmetry on for that one. Symmetry. See what that looks like. It's good. It's good. There we go. Space Battleship Yamato is the only anime I ever watched. 10-year-old me. I don't know that one. I watched what's it called? Speed Racer. You love the G1 Constructions forming Devastator. I don't know. Does that look okay? No, it looks stupid. That one's all right, I think. We'll see. Let me just see what this looks like. See if it's something I need. Yeah, it's something I need. Turn the drawing assistance off. Did I ever watch Dragon Ball Z? I did not. I wanted to. The only time I ever saw it was in German when I was watch it with my cousin. But of course, I didn't really understand what was happening. I always thought it would look like something that would be fun to get into. We didn't really get into anime except for like a few of the ones like I said, like a Speed Racer and stuff like that. But like I wasn't allowed to watch Sailor Moon and stuff, even though I really, really wanted to, because all the cool kids were, and she just looked so fascinating. So it was super sweet that as I got older, then my brother got me the DVD collection, and I tried watching it, and I'm like, this woman is super annoying. Like, all she does is whine and complain all the time. I don't like this. So I never finished. And we all know Tabitha's opinion about whiny women in anime. We don't do it. Oh yeah, love Tex Avery. That was with Droopy, right? Droopy. I loved Droopy. Let me see. Let me turn the drawing assistant on. I don't know. Should I just do this like lips? We're doing a practice thing here. Or a test. I'll be okay with that. Okay. Let's see. I think my first, let's see, Castle in the Sky. I always watched TMNT series and all the DC. I did love the Justice League was my favorite also. I thought the same about Sailor Moon. Anime was before my generation, except for a few cartoons. Yeah, we just don't. Turns out Dreaming Mama had a point. They always do, don't they? Was? Du kommst aus Deutschland? Was? Very informal, Kino. Very informal. No, I'm not from Germany. My mom is. That's right. I'm the daughter of an immigrant. You're looking at a first generation here. That's how that works, right? I know. Just because she white, it doesn't make me special. But it's true. It's true. I'm the daughter of illegal immigration. Catch me outside. How about that? I did. They're tiny. They're toony. They're all a little loony. It's Tiny Toon. Oh, dear God. Okay. Let's see. All right. So I think we're doing okay. Then the controller needs a little bit of love here. But I think I'm going to do some stuff on different layers. I don't have Mike's hair done yet, but let's go ahead and do a blur. Just a wee blur. I like that. And let's see how far we've come, shall we? We will see what all the work that I've done so far. And voila, look at that. Look how different that looks. And he's not even finished yet. Finish him. All right. We're going to do another one. I think I can do a clipping mask. Can I? No, can I? It allows me to do that. Yeah, okay. So I can do that with the eyes. He-Man. I was not allowed to watch Thundercats or He-Man. We did watch SWAT Cats. I did. My mom was not happy with the music, though. So there's that. Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go. What if we gave Mike the crazy eyes? Here we go. Whoops. And just kind of see what that looks like. Okay. All right. Drawing assistance so we don't have to do as much work. And then what if we blurred that one as well? Yeah, looks good. Yep, G.I. Joe, Underdog. Yep. You guys are bringing out all the good ones. All the good ones. Let me see. What if I wonder if I make it this a little different, a little darker. And oh, I don't have drawing assist for that, but that's okay. I think I can pretty much replicate it thereabouts. That's a little bit off, but I'm gonna try to blur that too. Yeah. Let's see how much difference that made. Yeah. All the difference there. And then I need to do this. I'm gonna get some white. Oh, I need to color that, but oh, this would need to go above. Usually this is like the final touch, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Let me go all the way to the top, the tippy top. And just see where that takes us. I need the crazy eyes. Let's see. Let's see. Where's my... There it is. What did I do for Jeremy? I just kind of did a ring around the eyes. Okay. So he didn't really get the thing there. So does he look better without? Or just maybe a little one? Yeah, it might just need to be a little one. Or I did one time. Hang on. Hoo, hey. Let's slow down just a wee bit there, Tabitha. All right. Okay, why is it not showing up? Oh, because it's too big. Here we go. Aha. That's pretty good. Top Cat. Yep, I did do that one. Rocky and Bullwinkle. Yeah. Am I going to add veins to the eyes? Possibly. Haven't gotten there yet. Spider-Man. Yep. Diva diving in good shows. If you watch them now, they're hilarious. A lot of jokes were, yeah, of course, Garfield. Yep. Hong Kong Phooey, another great one. Peabody and Sherman, Inspector Gadget. DuckTales was also one of my favorites. I loved the adventures. And so Johnny Quest, Scooby-Doo, DuckTales, probably right, just like all right up there. Chippendale Rescue Rangers, yep. Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Also, Jabberjaw. You know, I loved all the ones that were basically the same thing, just different creatures. So you had Scooby-Doo, and then there was Josie and the Pussycats, and then there was Jabberjaw. Like all of these things were pretty, and I loved. Oh shoot, what's her name now? It's not Lily. Penny. Oh no, what was her name? She was the blonde girl that was always laughing in Josie and the Pussycats, and now I can't remember her name. It was like right there. Hang on. I gotta know. I gotta put me first. Josie and the Pussycat. Josie and the Pussy. Oh, don't bring up the 2001 trash. Okay, no. The cartoon, please. Please. Yeah, there was Melody. Thank you. I know it had an E sound at the end of it. Melody. Oh my gosh. Loved her. Jackie Joseph. Okay. Hello there. She's very pretty. Very pretty. Is she still alive? What? She's 91 years old. She's still around. Well, good for her. Good for her. She was in the Doris Day Show, Josie and the Pussycats in Outer Space, Josie and the Pussycats, the Cheyenne Social Club, Dinky Dog, Little Shop of Horrors, Gremlins. You go, girl. With 6, you get egg roll. Okay. That's crazy. Dang, what was the one that was basically Scooby-Doo but with a dune buggy? It was called Dune Buggy. Dune Buggy. They basically were all just a bunch of teenagers with some kind of sidekick, you know? Speed Buggy. His name was Speed. That's right. Right before I pressed enter, I was like, it wasn't Dune Buggy. It was Speed Buggy. Yeah. Speed Buggy. Okay, so we got Meek. I got to do his hair. I got to put me first. All right, let's do his hair. I got to put Meek first. And I think, let's see, what color is his hair? We got to go darker. And then we got to get the right brush too. Oh, we'll have to get rid of that, but that's okay. Hang on. All right, let's. Oh, is this? This is oh crap. That's going to be above the. Oh, only on that section. Okay, because I messed it up and made it harder for myself, as I am prone to do. You know, I'm kind of surprised that Dolly Parton didn't have her own kind of like Scooby-Doo cartoon. Like, that just kind of would have been funny. Veggie Tales? I didn't grow up with Veggie Tales. I know Christian girl didn't vote. I mean, I know about them, but we didn't watch Veggie Tales. I mean, I know some of the stuff. If you you know, Hairbrush, classic. The Bunny, classic. Cheeseburger, another classic. 'Cause you're my cheeseburger, my yummy cheeseburger. I'll wait for you. Ooh, ooh. Oh, he will wait for you. And I only know these songs because all of my friends, when I was a young adult and they were all teenagers, would sing these songs because they grew up with them. He waited in the drive through till sunrise. He must have dozed off once or twice. He said, I'm incredibly hungry. Something like, I don't know. I get the words kind of messed up. 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. I don't think I ever saw that. I didn't like the newer Scooby-Doos. I was Christian growing up, and then I raised my sister on the same stuff. Wanted her to have some values, and so she does. Yeah, VeggieTales is fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with VeggieTales. It just wasn't my thing. I didn't grow up with it, so tweren't for me. But they were fun, you know. The bunny ate the bunny. Then there's Larry Boy. Oh, and we can't forget the pirates who don't do anything. I actually had that on my iPod for a long time. We are the pirates who don't do anything. We just stay at home and lie around. And if you ask us to do anything, we'll just tell you we don't do anything. Good times. Good times. I don't know. I'm not really sure I'm coloring this hair correctly. I feel like it needs to be more like the shape of the things that I've put on his head here. Right, that would make more sense. Maybe. I don't know. We're gonna do an experiment, children. Whoa, ho, hey. Okay. That kind of works. Oh, who knows Captain Planet? Yeah. Tabitha, you do have a beautiful... it's all right. I sang in the choirs. I was one of the church folk. May have been on the worship team a time or two. I always thought it would have been beneficial to get voice lessons, but I never did. I never did. Fat Albert. I never watched Fat Albert. Yeah, I think this kind of works. We're practicing. We're It kind of looks okay. I just the Gospel Bill Show. Have no idea what that is. No idea. I love when like there's like we always talk about the memory is unlocked, where all of a sudden it's like I haven't thought about this in forever, and then suddenly someone brings it up, and you're like, "Dear God, I was a child then. I remember that, you know." I think that kind of works. It looks kind of fun. It keeps it cartoony. I kind of like it. I like it. I'll accept it. Kind of want to have fun with it. Yeah, I think that works. Capture some highlights. McGee and Me. We used to watch. Yeah, we used to watch that at church. Like we would have movie day or whatever like that. Mr. T. Yeah, he had an animated series. I don't remember that one. But I remember that it existed. This is coming to life so well. I was a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie, that I was not gonna make this interesting enough, because this is the grand finale of this you know, comic strip. So if this doesn't look good, the whole thing kind of falls apart. So I like how this is going. I don't know that there's much more I could add to it except for the controller, but let me also go to the Gaussian blur. Let's see. Let's go over the top and then pull back. You guys probably can't see much difference, but here we go. So if I go way, you know, if I just kind of start scrolling back. Whoops. I went too far. Hang on. Oh, that's too far. So let's just, I need to blink. Something like that. Just a little touch, just to be consistent. So it's not harsh lines. We're trying new things here. So Wacky Racers was another one. By the way, I just thought of that too. Wacky Racers was another one that I couldn't wait to watch. I loved Wacky Racers. Penelope Pitstop, Dick Dastardly, Muttley. What were all the rest of them? The little cavemen people. And then what was the hero guy? What was his name? Hey, Tina Guzman. I wasn't allowed to watch Care Bears either. I loved Care Bears. Wasn't allowed to watch Care Bears. I can't support giving us the $5 automatically. If you're having a rough Tuesday, it's okay, because for the rest of the segment, it's Friday. Today is Friday. Today is Friday. I wasn't allowed to watch like Power Rangers, which is technically they're not cartoons. Power Rangers or somebody mentioned Sesame Street. I wasn't allowed to watch those either. Thank you, iCanalyst. Appreciate it. It's going into the coffee fund. Oh no, what is this? What is this? There we go. Okay. I almost panicked there for a second. Today, it's right. Today is Friday. It is Friday. Oh, there's Jabberjaw. That was the other one I was thinking of. Did I mention that already? Jabberjaw, right? I said that. Yeah, Jabberjaw. Jab, 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 Jabberjaw. Okay. All right, Meek. I kind of wonder if he needs highlights, not in his hair, but Part of me wonders if there's a couple of spaces. Get a little bit brighter. I'm just going to throw it in there and just see what that looks like. Yeah, I think that could help. Let's highlight the snows a little bit. Let's just kind of play with it for a second here. It's not the right shapes, so that makes it look silly, of course. Oh, Meek, what are you doing? Please. Just kind of see where we go. Wacky Racers, the Anthill Mob. I don't remember. There were so many people that participated in Wacky Racers. I loved it. I loved Wacky Racers. Just giving Mike some contour. I don't think I have the right shapes, but I'm on to something here. All right, let's turn on the symmetry tool. Cool. Thank you for the donation. You know, it's been a while since I've had a darn good coffee. I think I will indulge. Oh! It scared me. Sorry. I don't know why that happened. Why is that happening? Are they not connected? Okay. Thank you, though. Oh, yeah, I wasn't allowed to watch Thundercats. That looked really, really cool, but I wasn't allowed to watch She-Ra, He-Man, or Thundercats. What was another? Captain Caveman. I did like Captain Caveman. Wait, what was to be cemetery? Symmetry. What happened? Thank you. Please. Okay. If you don't know why I keep saying it like that, it's what Mike does. Please. I probably don't do it as good as Mike, but nobody can. Please, Krista. No. Okay, we'll start with we'll go with that. But thank you so much for the support and the donation. That is so sweet of you. You don't have to. It kind of works, but it doesn't. You don't have to do that, and I do. I appreciate all of you for being here, hanging out with me. So great. I think something I need to do is take off the symmetry guide. Okay, I feel like I gave him a RuPaul kind of snatched nose there. That was unintentional. I mean, that kind of looks better. I just bought a bunch of VHS tapes and started rebuilding my collection. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting one of those. What is it? I think it'd be kind of neat to get one of those. I always wanted one of those Nickelodeon cart TVs with the VCR inside of it, but I heard that they didn't work very well. So, but it would be really cool. I would like to do that again and go to the Goodwill. I was at the Goodwill the other week and I saw all of these VHS Disney movies in pretty good condition. I'm like, there's something about it. There's something about opening it, popping open that plastic, taking that giant cassette tape out, essentially, popping it in, hearing the slide, and then the little flappy thing goes down, and you hear the ribbon start whirling. Oh, magic. And then, the screen gets kind of like the little fuzzy lines, and then all of a sudden, like that's just pure magic and happiness right there. Do you like my sound effects? Rogetta, More support on a Tuesday, but really, it's
Today is Friday. Today is Friday.
one more time just for fun.
Today is Friday. Today is Friday.
DL, I denounce this in the name of Christ. It's called Wacky Racers. I'm fine with that. Yes. Oh, and then the moment it broke, it was so hardcore. Thank you for the support. Much love. All right. Let's see. We can at least finish Mike's highlights. Wow, now he just looks like a clown. Maybe I leave the nose off. Maybe it just needs to be a little bit on the side. Maybe I just was doing too much. I don't know. I feel like he needs more than just the tip of the nose. Maybe it needs to be on the nostrils too. Okay. But thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. I appreciate you. Ooh, there is a loud truck outside. Okay, that works. Clip it. Don't do it. Okay. All right, Mike. I'm feeling it. I think we're getting the intensity on. So, oh yeah. Oh, we are highlighting the brow bone. Get it, Mike? We're going. Get it. Might be a little. Oh, okay. That's definitely too much. Okay. We don't want him to be that snatched. We don't want him to be so snatched that we're questioning things here. Just enough. There we go. Just enough. Got to be careful here, because otherwise he will start looking like RuPaul. And then I don't know if he really needs the highlights on the hands, because he already is quite highlighted. But that it makes sense. It would be consistent. And the real Steven TV has given $2. Thanks for the nostalgia in the stream and good memories. That earns you a what? So they're going to try to take these. Maria for $2. Thank you so much. Nostalgia. Yeah, you can't go wrong, just like you can't go wrong with the nostalgia. Trying to think like I love those obscure cartoons that nobody knows about until you finally say it, because it wasn't mainstream or something like that, and you're like, oh my gosh, kind of like Speed Buggy, where you're like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot that existed. Oops. Let's see. I don't know. We're again practicing. It kind of works. But let's see. I hope you're enjoying this episode of Epic Meek and Friends. That's totally unnecessary. So here we go. Let's see. I wonder if I just need to put it underneath here. Like, what if I had made... There's something about the paisleys that just kind of work. It's something that I typically do. There we go. Paisleys. And then I guess I need to put something on the... Oh, no. What is this? Oh, no. What is that? Man, look how evil this is. This is awesome. I am surprised I made this. Sorry. Surprised. Mountain Mud for $4.99 says, I've been spending the next 3 months hunting eBay and Amazon for impossible to find DVDs. Thanks, chat. Most welcome.
Today is Friday. Today is Friday.
Oh no! Oh, it's so good! You're gonna have to try this.
The kids these days don't know. They're gonna have to try. They're gonna have to try DVDs. They're gonna have to try. I think that when we took away tangible medium, we also took away a lot of opportunities for responsibility. I remember my parents being upset whenever a CD or a DVD got a scratch on it. Like, come on, it was going to be inevitable that it was going to get it. But I mean, like, they were, Whoo, man. And if there was a crack in the VHS, or if you tore up a corner of the slides, because the adult ones, they didn't really come in the pop ones, right? They came in the slide sleeves, and you tore that thing or you roughed up the edges. Kids just don't understand. Yeah, be kind, rewind. They don't understand. We lost an opportunity for responsibility and for patience. There was a life lesson to be learned, even with entertainment. Yes. Right there, Blockbuster. Oh man, taking the time to rewind, so annoying. The worst part about rewinding was the fact that you saw the movie. Like if there was a cliffhanger, or excuse me, not a cliffhanger. If there was a spoiler thing, you had to kind of close your eyes when the movie would rewind, because you would see it, Like for example, if you were going to be watching not Return of the Jedi, not A New Hope. Crap. A New Hope. Empire Strikes Back. I don't know why that was so hard to remember. If you watch Empire Strikes Back and you watch it on rewind, you will see Luke get his hand cut off. Well, you don't need to know that when you first start watching it. But if you rewind and you see it, you're like, oh crap, I already know what happens. So it's hey, Patrick McCarty, be kind, rewind. Exactly. Be kind, rewind, even on DVDs. Well, yeah, start over. Start that thing from the menu, man. Help a sister out. Come on, And now I'm the one if a disc gets scratched. But it's almost like it's for a whole other reason, right? Our parents got mad when a disc would get scratched because DVDs at the time weren't necessarily cheap. We valued our money more, we valued our entertainment more, and we were very careful. Oh, we're getting this on DVD. Make sure you keep it scratch free, maintain it. Now it's more of it's a rarity. It's like buying an antique. We don't know if we're ever going to have this again. We need to take care of that. Very nice. Some of us weren't born into wealth. Okay. Real Steven TV. Some of us were poor and could only afford one VHS, one rewinder. The Matrix was your first. I hope you were having a great day, Patrick. I hope you're enjoying our weird conversations. Epic Meek looks fantastic. I think he almost looks what's the word I'm looking for? Well, I know that I'm making him into a comic strip, but he almost looks like comic strip worthy in my humblest of opinions. Look at this guy. Just look at him soar. Please. Okay. No, I think I'll leave the ears alone. The face is sticking out further than our ears would, so that's what would capture the light. So I'm good with this. I think we will just maybe I need to darken the tongue a little instead of highlighting. Oh, that doesn't do anything. Okay, we would have to get it really dark to do that. So maybe just to kind of poor Mike. Okay, let's turn the drawing assist off for a second and just have that on the one side. I would, I kind of want to call it complete, but there's a portion of me, please, a part of me that says, but wait. Do I need to add shadowing behind these things? Let me make this a little bigger. Let's just kind of see what that looks like. I don't know. I think that might just make it look really, really weird. Yeah, because it's just going to make it kind of look like there's little horns, and that's meant to just look like the hair is bulging. Yes, I do. We had one, and we had a manual one. I'm drawing ATM with the stream. Oh, at the moment. I was thinking of an ATM machine. Looks incredible. Can't wait till Mike sees it. Yeah, I know. Also learn to back up your movies on a hard drive and also get some blank DVDs for eventual disc rot. It does look like it's done, right? I think that the only thing is I still haven't done the controller. So let me do this and then okay, well, I don't like that. I don't want it to be that color. So here we go. Let's put the drawing assist on. Hang on. I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. Let's see. We're all mad here anyway. That kind of take away from it. Let's see. Is that okay? Like it still translates to what it is. What it is, what it is. That's a song, right? I need nobody to tell me. Like that translates okay, right? Maybe this needs to be dark and that would help tie it together. Yeah. I think you can tell what that is, right? Or should fantastic work. Should I change? I don't want to take it away from the thing, but what if I change this to like red to really indicate like those stereotypical, does that, I think that kind of looks so good. All right, let's have a look at it. Let's pay attention. And then actually what would be easier, class, if I would just, the red's kind of a nice touch. I didn't know Nomi was here. Nomi! What do you need me to tell you? Is there a song out there that goes, what it is? Like something like this. I can't, that's just kind of like in my head. There's some kind of like TLC song or something like that that kind of has that vibe. Tonight, me and our gaming group are going to go see Tron Ares. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I heard that it doesn't have good reviews, but you know what? That doesn't mean anything. If you like it, you like it. It's decent, but I wanted to see Cora and Sam Flynn, so it's disheartening the plot to I'm not like a huge Tron person. I enjoyed the one. I've never seen the original, and I liked it. It was different, definitely kind of like outside of what I normally like. Well, I know there's the single plug it in, but this is like what it is. I don't know. I can't get the tune right. But it's not Say My Name. I know that's a different tune. There we go. That looks better. I think Epic Meek is done. At least down here. And also I need to do his computer. Alpha lock. What was I saying? Oh, Tron. When I saw that it was going to be Jared Leto, whatever his name is, that kind of lost me. Not that I'm like anti-Jared, what's his face, but it was more of like, it didn't, for me, I saw it and I was like, this doesn't strike fear in my heart. Like, I think he's a little too pretty for that, to be honest. Like when you saw that it was setting up for like, you know, all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, I don't think he's the right guy for this part. Haven't seen the movie, don't know much about it. Not like a Jared Leto hater or anything like that, but it was just like, this does not feel right. Something feels off about this. Like I just couldn't handle the truth. So why are we behaving this way? Supposed to help me. Thank you. Well, you still didn't do what I wanted you to do. Hang on. There we go. Nomi's out there like raking her brain, like, what, dear God, what is this woman talking about? What song is that? And it's probably like, that kind of sounds familiar, but it's not. And I totally have the song wrong. I don't know. shout out to Narmi without you. Oh, the drawing assist took. Okay, why is it? All right. All right, we're going to try this again. I'm totally messing up. All right, drawing assist. Are we on? We're not on. On. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's oh, okay. So it's not even. I didn't draw this with. I see. I see where we messed up. That's fine. It's fine. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. Let's lock it in here. At least we can say we finished this panel. And then we just have to, do the touch-ups to the other ones. But you see where I say, like, it takes a long time. I think this needs to be, a little more. See, I was thinking that maybe I just messed up the words, but that might be it. But I still think that there's another one. Oh, okay. Well, let's maybe not sing that one. Okay. Thanks, I can't. Let's keep it straight. Let's keep it real over here as we try to do that. Okay, this is the wrong color. Okay, we're just messing up now. What if I did the gradient blur on this? Yeah, I like that. That works. It works to my liking. Yeah. Nice. All right, so what if we then also go back to here, clipping mask, and then, okay, I need darkness, no parents, something like this. Okay. I'm pretty sure I know what Mike's going to say should he see this. That's wild, bro. Wild. It's wild, bro. Let's fill this in here. Does that help any? All right, class, let's look again. Yeah. Now, the real question, if I go to the green here, I have it on a certain kind of mask. That's overlay. We could really. So overlay is this one. What if it was on normal? That's what it would look like on normal. And it's a little intense. Just kind of scrolling through, seeing what our options are. I think, okay, then there's soft light, which looks pretty good. It's not quite as intense as overlay. It's kind of got a different, you definitely get to see the colors more, and it's still there. Trying to figure out which one is, yeah, you too, et toi. Trying to figure out, let's go scroll through. That one's like really like, but it takes away from the purple. So between overlay and soft light, overlay has stronger glow. Soft light provides a little bit of the color, but takes away the intensity of the glow. I feel like this one goes with the eyes more as far as its intent, but you like the soft light look better. The only problem with soft light too is that, like, if you notice, if you notice here, it gets like right in this little area here, it gets kind of gray instead of being green. I'm a little bit torn because I think they both have something of value to them. So I'm gonna leave it like this for a little bit and just like play around with it. What I probably before I make a decision between overlay and soft glow or soft light is to match it to match it with this one because I haven't, as you can see, it's flat colors still, and so I have to see if they both look good together so with that it's complete. Because it's also I don't want it to compete with the green in here. So I'll wait with determining if I want soft light or overlay, and then we can determine. I think they both look good. It's just, does one help with the story more than the other? Is there an in between? Nope. We went through all of them. Oh, water the artist. I know Danny went live. It's okay if you want to leave me for that person who doesn't even have the decency to add Val Kilmer to the Batman list. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not bitter. Okay. Man, we did a lot of work. Let's have a look, guys. How far? I mean, not in this instance, but I have spent 9.5 hours on this project. And it's not even done. So that being said, with like the shameless plug, because you can see how much time I take on things. And even when I'm done with the stream, I go back because like I can see there's like this little red dot or pink dot here for no reason and all that kind of stuff. And I'll go back in and I will clean things up. The line that's on Mike's face, that will disappear. That's just a guide. But you see, like, even the simplest things, like I tell people, my chibis, like when I even when I hand draw them, like, but it takes me about 5 to 6 hours, just depending on how easy it comes. Sometimes a character does not come quickly, sometimes it does. Like Mike yesterday, we fleshed out Mike pretty quickly, and I was surprised by that. But like even just the basic sketch took me like 3 or 4 hours. So, just to give you a little insight to artistry and what it takes, you can see me mumbling through as I go along and all this kind of stuff. And it's trial and error. Some stuff you're familiar with, some stuff you practice and try it out. But at the end, how meticulous, how clean we want to make the lines and the blur. And then there's a touch of this. And oh my gosh, the decision, do I make overlay or do I make soft glow? I have to live with whatever decision I make, especially if it's a commission piece and I'm handing it to you. And it's like, I hope they like this. You guys don't know. Like I could have done that whole overlay soft glow thing, off screen, and you would never know. But it's like, just so you can see the inside process of what it takes for an artist to make these decisions, and then always kind of left wondering, I wonder if it would have been better with the other overlay. And you just never know. But that's why I just want to know that when you hire me, it's meticulous work and I do put 110% into it. And it's a little bit of stress, especially when it's a commission piece. But you hire me. Hopefully you can see that I put a lot of time and quality effort into what I do. And so since I've been in talks with some of you about different projects, and some of you may be looking for that, I like to just, like I said, do a shameless plug. Christmas is around the corner, and I do have a few available spots in November. And just trying to help you out if you want to have your friend turned into a little comic character, a little caricature, maybe a loved one, or you want it more serious or whatever like that. Again, I know a lot of you are the regulars, but sometimes we have new people in here. I draw real people, but even in their little character forms, just having some fun, creating lots of cool chibis and advertisements. You can use them however you want and whatnot. Like a fool. Your friends too could be like fools, 100%. Making some really cool artwork. Most of you know who this gal is, but she commissioned me she actually had me take the piece that I already created and then just redesigned it. And so like the head and the hair was kind of the same, but everything else had to be moderate, configured. And it was like still a whole bunch of work, even though I'd kind of sort of drawn this character already. Woo, it was a lot of work. Oh shoot. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm working on different designs and elements. It's super fun. Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you so much for being a part of the brush hour. And I'm not going to commit to going live tomorrow morning because I have a lot of stuff before I'll be heading out to see some folks, be with some family during this time. Appreciate all the prayers and the support that you have provided for me and for my family during this rough transition of life. Life goes on, life moves on, but every now and then you got to take a pause, take a deep breath, maybe cry a little, maybe get some coffee, maybe throw a brick through a wall, whatever floats your boat, Yeah, there we go. Like a fool. Everybody got the like a fool emotes. If you're a member, you can gate ring like Stargate. Well, I am wearing a Stargate necklace. Yes, you do. Like a fool. But I appreciate all of you being here so much. Thank you so much for being a part of the brush hour as always. And if I have time today, I'll be able to. That's the thing. It's like I want to try to pack so much into my time that I feel obligated to do, even though I want to do it. And then it's like, but Tabitha, you're traveling this week. You're going to a memorial service next week. Like, it's okay. It's okay. But nostalgia is fine and dandy, but live in the moment. Enjoy your time with your loved ones while you can. 100%. Call your mother. She worries. She worries. Maybe your father, whoever is in your life, that person that means a lot to you, call them. They worry. So, but thank you again for all your support, your understanding, your prayers. I appreciate all of you. And, catch you next time. Hopefully we'll get Epic Meek all finished today. That's the goal. That's the priority. We've already spent nearly 2 hours just highlighting one character. So now I've just got to do this room, clean up a couple of things, and then put the words on there. One more time for the people in the back. The storyline for this goes, Epic Mike was playing a very scary game, and he was just starting out, and his chat was deciding to freak him out and tell him how horrible this game was. He would have nightmares for days, all this kind of stuff. And he was like, what difficulty level should I play this game on? And somebody was like, only a loser plays horror games on normal. So Mike was like, I'm going to put the words in here. And it's like, you know what? I'm not scared. And then he's going to switch it over to nightmare mode. And then that's when down here, we're going to go, I'm a man. Because that's what he said. He shouted at the computer screen while he was wearing a onesie, playing a video game in his closet, saying, I'm a man. So that's the storyline for this particular comic. And I can't wait to release it. It's going to be great. Are we going to see Stray tonight? Hopefully, but I am not making any promises because apparently I am a terrible. I gave Maria, don't tell her, shh. I gave Maria such a hard time about the bond between streamer and viewer. And I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be Maria, okay? I don't want to be. So they're going to try to take these. So, try to honor the bond. Let's see. Should we do Sea of Thieves outro or should we do Like a Fool? Decisions. Because I need to make a new one. Should we do Sea of Thieves or Merrily, Life is But a Dream? Or do I have anything else? Maria, you just stay in your lane. Fantastic. You just stay in your lane.
What in the world? What?
Our ship disappeared. Joe!
Joe! Joe, bring back the ship! What are you doing?
It's too much.
I thought you guys were on board, and I had.
Did you see our names? This is the worst group of pirates.
Did you hear us calling any commands?
Nope.
You
I
didn't
was
see
like,
us
I
on
am
board.
going to commandeer. I decided to commandeer the boat.
Man, first we lost them, now like Joe's abandoning us. Tabitha, where do we find this group?
something.
Joe, are you still on this ship?
Yes, I am straightening out. Oh, you're here!
Yeah, we're
Get
here.
here! How'd you guys get here?
I
Oh,
found
the
a
mermaid brought us here.
Oh.
And they're still shooting at us.
Is it really?
I hear shots.
Am I crazy? No, I definitely heard something.
It gives me the option to rejoin the previous session.
Oh, right over there. Is that not a ship over there? Oh, it's like a congregation ship.
Oh, I am overboard.
Wait, what? Why?
Oh, the ship's on fire! The ship's on fire!
Why?
The ship is on fire because nobody sails without the entire crew. So Joe, have
And
fun.
There's massive holes in the boat, guys.
Oh no!
You steal the ship, you
Okay.
suffer the consequences.